Thank you. So I'll be honest to you guys, and you promise to be honest to me. Right? Who has ever tried cocaine? Well. Statistically, some of you are not telling the truth. Let me ask you another question. How many of you have ever been to a party where someone was taking cocaine? All right. That's most of you. Because the fact is, we're living in the golden age of cocaine. Never before have there been more consumption of cocaine, more production of cocaine than right now. It's in the streets out here. It arrives by the tons to Rotterdam. And using my phone, I can have it delivered here within 30 minutes. So my name is Nissen. I've been traveling to 10 countries over the last 6 years to take these pictures that you're going to see today to show you the human consequences of the global cocaine business. So let's go. This is Antioquia in Colombia, where the cocaine is being picked up by people like Ariel. I asked Ariel, why do you pick coca? He told me, because it pays twice as much as if I pick coffee. What do you want to use the money for? A motorbike, he told me. Why a motorbike? Because the girls love motorbikes. And maybe it's that simple sometimes. A getaway, new opportunities. So the leaves moves on. They move to a place like this one, a family-run cocaine laboratory by Martin and his family, who are producing about 1 kilo of cocaine here. They're doing it not for motorbikes, but for livelihood, to bring food on the table. It takes about 2 days. The smell is immense. It's gasoline. It's chemicals like ammoniac, cement, caustic soda. It's strong. So why would you do that? My wife is Colombian, and I travel all over this beautiful country, speaking with the farmers, and they all basically tell me the same story. It's for the livelihood. It's for that food on the table. It's to pay for the kids' uniform so they can go to school, or maybe even bring the daughters to university. But whenever there's cocaine, there's conflict. Whenever there's the war on drugs, there's murders. Like here, Acosta Garson, 35 years, was outside of his house when gunmen arrived. They shot him dead. His son barely escaped. And he was murdered right there for only one reason, because he had the courage to stand up against the cartels. He refused to be a part of their business. So I found this map. It's a military map of an area called Catatumbo in Colombia. And it shows the capos, the narcos, the illegal armed groups that you have around here. And you can see all these small faces are different of these people. So imagine to be caught right there as a farmer between all these groups. Maybe you don't even have a choice whether or not you're going to grow coca. So you might think, what about the military, the police? Are they not doing anything? What about the war on drugs? Is it not working? And it is going on. It is a heavily armed zone with daily fighting. The war on drugs was initiated by Nissen more than 50 years ago. Then came Reagan, who added more money, more military. And it just continued up to today, where Trump is bombing boats outside the coast of Venezuela. But the question I am asking myself is that question that is most important to me is it even working? Is the war on drugs working? Is there anyone who believes that we're going forward? What is the real battleground for the war on drugs? What should be that battleground? Why do people in our part of the world have that need to take so much cocaine? So while we're waiting for those answers, and the war just continues, then let me take you to here in Putumayo, in Colombia, at the very front line. We're arriving in Black Hawk helicopters, me and a bunch of policemen from the special unit, highly trained policemen. We've been dropped off in a coca field like this one. You can see the leaves, they're all being picked. It's enemy territory. There's just enemies all around us. And the mission is clear: to find and destroy as many cocaine laboratories as possible in the very short amount of time. So how can it be that people are arriving in Black Hawk helicopters, heavily armed, special trained, are afraid? It's because they're completely outnumbered. Because this is too big for any elite troops to handle. But they did find some. This is a cocaine laboratory going up in flames. It's a success. Mission accomplished. But as one of the policemen once told me after another mission, we were on the way back in the helicopter, he said to me, "We took a huge risk today, risking everything, our lives. But tomorrow, they just rebuild that laboratory. Because the money is so big, but it's not that expensive to build something like that." The cocaine moves on. It moves to the cities, like here in Cali, where Jota, 22 years old, is working as a hitman, sicario. You can hire him for a murder. He killed 15 people during the last year. So why does he kill so many people? What's the business behind it? Let me quote Pablo Escobar, the most famous cartel leader of any time. He said, "Plata o plomo." Either you take the money or you take the bullet. You'll die. So these guys, these gang members, they're important for the cocaine. They hide it, they stash it, they move it around, and if anyone stands in its way, they take care of that too. Maybe you don't get that money. Maybe he'll take it. Jota will take that money. Here is Sharit, 1 year old, saying goodbye to her father, Alvaro, another victim of this gang war. The cartels are innovative. They always find new ways. You stop one place, they move around. They block the ports of Colombia, and it moves to Ecuador. And here is a homemade submarine built for moving tons of cocaine to Mexico. These submarines are incredible. It takes about 3 weeks. Imagine sitting there. They even found some in Spain. They're going to Australia too. This is the inside. And this is the inside of people. Drug mules carrying cocaine within their own bodies. But most of the cocaine moves like this one. This picture is from Antwerp, not far from here, where a few hundred kilos of cocaine has been hidden between the bananas. 602 kilos arriving to Spain, or should have arrived to Spain before they were caught. So the cocaine moves on, leaves Colombia, goes to a place like Mexico, the main transit country for the cocaine for the United States. Who's handling it? Well, let me introduce to you Cartel Jalisco Nuevo Generación, CJNG, probably the biggest, most violent, powerful cartel in Mexico right now. And you might think, when you see these images of Mexico from beheaded people, the torture, the murder, that it's all just crazy Mexicans killing each other for no reason. But that's not how it is. If you look at the statistics of the world, the 10 most violent cities in the world, 9 are from either Mexico or Ecuador. 9 out of the 10 most violent cities. Why? You put the map, the movement, the map that shows the corridors of the drugs together with that map of the killings, and it fits perfectly. These are the guys responsible for moving cocaine from Colombia into the United States, and fentanyl as well. And they're entangled in everything. Deeply involved in politics, paid-off politician, deeply inside the law enforcement, the military, in tourism, in oil, even in avocados. And they're here in Europe too. So remember the name CJNG, the most powerful cartel operating also here in Europe. And here we are, Antwerp, together with Rotterdam, the main arrival sites of cocaine into Europe. And again, we have young guys at the bottom of society trying to make a living, trying to make something out of themselves, trying to grab for that straw, that luck. That's something that can make me powerful or famous. So there's not just one big spider controlling all the drugs here in Europe. It's a web, it's a net, it's a network, it's outsourced contractors, people for hire, corrupted people working in the docks, or businessmen helping to laundry the money. This picture I took close to my own home in Copenhagen. It's 1 kilo being cut up, put in IKEA bags, distributed throughout the city. And again, just as in Latin America, we have young, innocent people being killed in this fight for drugs. This is Ayman, only 15 years old. He was a gentle young boy, just started working at McDonald's, trying to get a haircut in a saloon when a gunman opened fire. Maybe trying to kill someone, but he killed Ayman, 2 other teenagers that day. This is his funeral in Uppsala, Sweden. So people tell me cocaine is amazing, that it's fantastic. It takes away the stress, it takes away the pressure. It's the crystals in this dusty world. That's what people tell me. Now we know it's also something else. It also comes at a cost. So the last picture I will show you today is of my friend Victoria Balbo, who's having a shot of cocaine mixed with heroin into her neck, because that's the way it's the strongest for her. For her, cocaine is not the problem. The problem is the bad ideas, the bad emotions, the thoughts that she cannot handle. That's why cocaine for her is sometimes even the solution. When she was just 20 years old, she tried it for the first time, but she overdosed, died, but was saved. The first thing she said when she woke up, "I want more. Thank you."